So I can't really decipher exactly who it is.
All right.
Yellow flag. Looks like
we're going to go full course. Actually, we're going to go to purple 35 here. So we're going to bring everybody.
Whoa, had one in the grass there for a second. I think that was our 4th place car. That was the marathon car.
Yeah, be careful, guys. Got a little distracted there by that caution.
I wonder if he, all of a sudden, that car in front of him slammed on the brakes with the yellow and saw the light, and I wonder if he had to go out in the grass to avoid it.
Okay, drop gear. I'm gonna check that internet. And 421. Man, I'm missing all this stuff.
So, real quick, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We have 220 some people watching right now. We really appreciate everybody that's tuned in today. It's been such an amazing race. Awesome race to cap off the 2025 TireRack.com Champ Car Endurance season. Crazy to think we're already to this point here at Sebring, but within about a month and change, we'll be back at it at Road Atlanta to kick off 2026. So it'll be exciting, but we have some unfinished business here with Flat Out Racing continuing to lead with a last lap of 2:34.52. That was at speed, of course. Obviously, with the yellow and the code 35, that's going to, obviously slow it down. They hold a 10-lap lead over Rockwell Autosport Development. Findog Racing is in 3rd, Marathon TLM in 4th, and Turning Concepts hangs on to a top 5 spot. They're still hanging on strong. They've made up a little bit of time here and gotten back by Blue Steel. But great job by Blue Steel continuing to lead in the A class right now. They have a nice healthy advantage here. And then Team Infinity with Ed Stein and guys in 7th. So great run for these guys. Ed, you're still only 3 laps back at top 5, buddy. You still got a shot at it. And then the 172, nice recovery for these guys. About an hour or so ago, they were in 12th. They've worked themselves up into 8th position. Last lap at speed was a 2:33.51. So these guys are continuing to build up, and they're only 16 seconds back of Team Shark. So it looks like they have decided to turn the wick up. And they are within about 0.4 of a second of their fastest time of the day. It looks like, Paulie, the racetrack is really starting to come back to these guys.
Yep, and I got that link loaded up for Trash Panda. I guess you guys aren't really on the track yet, so. But yeah, I've got that hooked up here for you.
And then to round out our top 10, 412 Level 1 Racing and their Mazda Miata runs 9th. And Rotary Rocketeers still hangs on to a top 10 spot. But about less than about 0.9 of a second back are the teenagers in the 863 car. They continue to hold a strong run here today, and they are on the bottom step of the podium. If these guys can hang on for another 2 hours and 15 or 16 minutes, Lucas Donato at the wheel right now. These kids have done a phenomenal job today. Lucas Donato, Adriano Yanazzi, and then Leighton Vogley. Can you tell we've been on air for almost 12 hours, Paul? But these kids have done a great job in this car for their first time in an endurance race like this at Sebring. It really does speak volumes of their driving ability, and to come out of kart racing and really adjust to these heavier cars. These kids have done really, really well. So
looks like Sharky or Shark 2 coming in.
Yep, that's the 519. That's the one of the trucks
Jim.
here. He looks a little bit lost here.
What am I doing?
I don't think he knows what to do with his hands right now, fellas. Help the poor guy out.
We got some kind of a problem here, and they are on the spot to see if they can fix it. And they're under the front of the car now. This is where the lamps are located.
They might be having an electrical issue. It looks like we see the lights up there.
Yeah, if they're not aimed properly, though, he would be in big trouble.
And that's the important part, folks, is you have to aim them correctly. And you probably have to have some adjustability built into the lights, because especially with different drivers that sit in different seating positions, especially Jim, he looks like he's a bit of a taller driver. So he's going to need the lights positioned probably just a hair differently than some of the shorter drivers that are in this truck.
Here comes the toolkit.
Yep, so looks like they're...
It could be lights. It could be a splitter issue that's dragging. We don't know, but... But they're working on it. They're working the problems.
They are.
Said at Mission Control back in 1969.
Their best people are on it.
They're working, top men. It's a joke. Top men. Indiana Jones. All right. So, Purple 35. Something going on over in, where did we decide it was?
It was turn 7 is what we were seeing. I'm looking on Marching Ants. It looks like they may have
they
got
had a local yellow over there. And then...
still seeing safety crews here. It looks like it might be, because that's the entry to, was that 7 or you just had the camera?
There's 5. We got flashers over there. Here's 7, coming towards 7.
Okay.
That's Big Bend. And then here's the actual turn 7.
Okay. Maybe the car got rolling. Maybe there's another issue that's being addressed around the racetrack.
Let's see if we see anything from turn in. It's a little fuzzy, but so's my memory. So.
It's been a long day for everybody, but has been a long day, but Flat Out Racing continues to just absolutely decimate the field here at Sebring. These guys have just continued to be flawless all day, but we still have one more pit stop to go. Can they continue that execution into the final 2 hours of this race? You're going to have to tune in and hang on and find out, folks. How many times have we seen in these Champ Car races a very, very dominant car get down to the end of this race and all of a sudden something happens? Looks like there's going to be a looks like pit stop for the Shark. The 19 looks like I bet that's Ed going into finish.
So they're working on both of their cars right now in the pits at the same time. So hope you folks are having a great night. And we're getting close to bringing down the curtain on 2025.
I know. Hard to believe.
For the Champ Car Endurance Series. Still got a few days left of the year.
And then we'll hit the reset button December 31st, and we'll get ready to go again on Ovic in the 990 car. So these guys done a great job. I mean, they're leading the class. They've done really, really well. 6th in the overall. They definitely have had a great race today.
Well, when we thought they were going to bring Valerian Steel with them, they were on the roster. And I had a camera set up for them, ready to go, but then you said they didn't bring that car, right?
Well, they actually have it here. They brought it here, but and they were gonna do it, but then they were hoping to maybe find a couple of replacement renters for the car. But I think it just the timing and everything, because it happened right before Christmas, and just some things happened that caused a couple cancellations. So I think Ken wanted to bring the car. I think they were testing it out anyway. They wanted to do some shakes down, probably get it ready for next year. But they opted. They said, you know what, we're down drivers. We got enough to fill the car. So they said, you know what, we're going to run blue steel. I went to put the camera in yesterday, and they said, yeah, we already got a camera in this thing. We're ready to go. So we pulled an audible and put it in there. And these guys have just done a great job today. I mean, they've been fast, they've been smooth, they've been consistent, and they've just continued to lay really, really good laps down. So got to commend Blue Steel. They've done a really good job. But I think it's another one of these cases of, while multi-car teams are phenomenal, I also think that when you can pool all your resources into one car, sometimes, especially when you're on a skeleton crew, it makes your life a lot easier.
So Drop Gear saying, I want to mention our driver in the car right now is a pro driver from Russia that fled to Thailand and has been racing in Thailand since the war began. He's in the U.S. now on a amateur athlete visa.
Well, that's awesome, Jason.
And enjoying the Champ Car vibe.
Paulie, I'm looking across from our booth. I'm seeing a lot of emergency lights in what would be the 10 section of the racetrack, I believe.
All right. Well, let's see. We see that on our cameras for sure.
I think that's through 10, or might be back toward, there it is, right off to the left there. That might be where the stricken car sits.
Yeah, we got something going on there.
Not seeing anything obvious on. I wonder if maybe they're doing some repair work to the wall or the tire barrier. So it's kind of hard to tell. Just they've been sitting over there for a little while now.
Trash Can Pandas made it back onto the racetrack in their Boxster.
Okay, Paulie, there is a car, I think, sitting over there. I'm looking at Flagtronics, and I'm not seeing the bubble move. So I'm going to give it another few seconds here and see. It's a 4-something, and it's kind of hard to see because, of course, it's blocked by the Turn 10 flag station. It looks like it might be a 4.0 something. So let me look through our list here in the 400s. I don't have a 4.0. I wonder if it's the 468 car. It's kind of hard to tell. Oh, no, now it's gone. Okay. Huh. All right. Well, I guess we'll have to wait for clarification in the race logs.
741. Looks like they were picking up car number 41 that was stopped on the racetrack.
Oh, is that what it was? Rockwell. That's the GMW guys. That's Jeff Cohen's guys.
Oh, just those poor guys, man, just more misery. That's just not what they needed.
Yeah, GMW, they had worked themselves back up into the 28th position overall, and it looks like they got it cleared up. We are back to yellow, so we should be going back green here very, very shortly.
Yeah, the cars are picking up speed here on the front straightaway where Kyle and I are perched above in the main tower here at Sebring. And so we can hear those engines spool up as soon as they get that caution. And we are now green here at Sebring.
Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. We really, really appreciate this. I mean, you guys have been so good to us this year as we're back green flag. Flat Out Racing continues to lead this race by a healthy 10-lap gap over Rockwell. Findog Racing is in third, Marathon TLM in fourth, Turning Concepts fifth. Your leading A-class car, Blue Steel, the 990 in sixth. TLM, the sister entry to the 3 cars, up into the 7th position. Great recovery for them. Level 1 Racing, your second place car in A-class, is up to 8th. Team Infinity with the Shark is still hanging on strong in 9th, and the Teenage Trio is now locking down the top 10. They're up by about 2 seconds over Rotary Rocketeers, so we'll have to see if the Teenagers can hang on. Lucas Donato at the wheel, anticipating at least one more pit stop for these young men, and we'll see which one of them will go in for the finish of this race. And then Hot Curl Racing, the oldest car in the field, our 1970 Porsche 916, or I believe 914. Thank you. Yeah. 916 is their car number. Hangs on in the 12th position.
They look almost like. I mean, you can't tell the two difference between the two.
Yeah.
914, 916.
So, and then Panzer Performance, 84 spots, folks. 84 spots on the day as of right now. They started 97th, almost back into the field, and these guys have worked themselves up at BMW. 18 spots in the C-Class. So right now they're poised to come out of here with a 6th place finish in the C-Class and 13th in the overall. They're about 3 laps back if they can hang on in front of Bruno. They don't want to talk about Bruno because that might cost them 13th spot. But we'll have to find out and see what happens. And then Treasure Coast Miata hangs on to the back half of the top 15. So great day for a lot of these drivers as we're still on board here with Lucas Donato. As you see the car bouncing down the front straightaway. Under braking, heading into turn 1 once again as we're slowly approaching just about 2 hours left to go in this race. And yes, Califlex, we're back to the last 2 hours. We're working on it. So it'll be interesting to see what happens for this final pit stop because everybody's going to have to make one more pit stop. We're not inside of that window just yet, and then it's also going to depend on fuel consumption, when these guys want to come in, if anybody's going to try to do any short pitting, but also another Code 35 period, if it falls correctly, it may fall back into the hands of Flat Out Racing once again. Can they time it correctly?
So the Porsche 916, there was only 11 cars built from 71 to 72, so they're very rare car is really, it's not even worth mentioning. The 914 is really the car that, you know, we typically see out there.
There it is.
So they look almost identical. You can't really tell the difference. There's a slight differences here and there, but yeah, it's the 914s that we see on the streets every once in a great big while. It's great to see them out here. It's fun.
And the cars, for being as old as, it's really competitive. I mean, they've done a great job with it. I mean, they've consistently been in the top 12 most of the race.
Well, and it's, you know, this is the kind of stuff I grew up around when I was a kid. They were racing these things, you know. They were racing the Corbairs and the Datsuns and all this, the Bug-Eye Sprites and all that stuff. It was really cool. And there's guys that are still racing that stuff. So it's really interesting. The Blue Steel car is in the pits right now, and something's going on there. It doesn't look like there's a lot of urgency there. So there's something going on with those guys.
Well, we're going to need to keep an eye on that, Paulie, because they are on the same lap as TLM USA, the 172. They're on the same lap as Level 1 Racing. If that is the case, and they're going to be sitting here for a while, that's going to elevate Level 1 Racing up to the race lead in A-Class for that, and then that's going to put the teenagers back into second place. We may have a fight on our hands there, about a lap behind, but we'll have to see. Actually, they are on the same lap, Paulie.
Oh, Blue Steel starting to fire it up.
See if he can get it rolling.
Here we go.
He looked like he was getting ready to try to release the clutch. It looks like he's checking it to see. Well, he's not going yet. They must still be back there. Yeah, I hear gun going.
He was up in the air.
That explains it.
Now they're letting
him
loose.
Here he goes. All right, now don't speed getting to the end of pit road. You know the urgency. You want to get back out there.
Yeah.
Don't.
Well, fortunately, they're pitted right there at the exit, so. Okay.
All right, here we go.
Didn't take fuel apparently. They were just in to fix something.
About a 9-minute pit stop right there. That's going to cost them a little bit of time, but they had a bit of a gap. The question is, where will they cycle out in relation to Level 1 and AAG?
Yeah.
We'll have to keep an eye on this, folks. It looks like we're going to have a fight on our hands for the podium, where everybody's going to fall, and in this A-Class. So hang on, folks. If you're a fan of Blue Steel, Level 1 Racing, or AAG, and you're pulling for these teenagers, again, run out to the garage, get some duct tape or a ratchet strap the TV or your screen down, and hang on.
Yeah, no kidding. Fred, the 914, it says, based on the mid-engine, the 71 916 was based on the 914, but with a powerful 911 engine, 2.4 liter or 2.7, and a welded steel roof.
All right, Paulie, Level 1 Racing has taken the lead in the A-Class. They did it just a minute ago, their last time by the line, so that'll drop Blue Steel Racing with Ovic at the wheel back down to second in the A-Class, 8th in the overall. We'll have to see where the teenagers come out here. The teenager trio, last lap was a 251.1, but mind you, they were just getting spun back up here. We'll have to keep an eye on this.
And we do have some EVs on track.
They're headed down to turn 7. Looks like we might have another stalled car.
418 is the call. Car 418. And that's
the EC leader. That's our EC leader, folks. That's stricken and stalled down here outside of turn 8 coming through Fangio. Oh boy, they had a 7-lap lead on One Mo Time Racing. This might change everything in EC, folks. Oh man, Paulie, Sebring rearing. This place is becoming like the Darlington of road courses.
It will tear up those cars.
This is what we've been talking about all day, folks. Sebring beats up cars, drivers, everything. And if you push these cars continually and you try to make this a sprint race and you try to run qualifying times and you try to push it and stretch that lead out, things do fail. Yeah. Oh, man. I mean, now they do have a bit of a gap, but if they're getting towed in like this, it's going to cost them at least 3 or 4 laps, guaranteed, depending on if they're going to get flat towed in or whether they're going to get brought in on the hoofs. We'll see.
All right, so with that, we'll take another quick commercial break and be back. It seems like the action is really spooling up now as we head into, well, the final 2 hours of racing here at Sebring. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Welcome to TireRack.com, revolutionizing tire buying since 1979. With our unmatched selection of branded products, finding what fits your vehicle and is right for you and how and where you drive has never been easier. Through helpful online shopping tools that include our professional hands-on reviews done at the introduction of a tire and consumer reviews that give real-world feedback over the life of the tire, you can make the right tire choice and find exactly what you need. And if you prefer to talk to someone, our tire testers, our sales team, are available on the phone. And that's how we get you the right tire for you and your vehicle for where and how you drive.
Dave's twitch is bad. That's because his wipers need replacing. But he went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner guides him to the right wipers and makes sure everything is working smoothly.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Since 1994, Flying Wrench has been a family-owned business renowned for exceptional European car repair and maintenance. We treat every vehicle with the same care and attention as if it were our very own, building lasting relationships with our clients along the way. We specialize in high-performance vehicles, offering a range of services that include fabrication, construction, custom wiring, and much more. Visit us at flyandwrench.com. Discovery-Parts is a veteran-owned racing and safety equipment company. While we're located inside Atlanta Motorsports Park in Dawsonville, Georgia, Discovery-Parts can also be found at the tracks, supporting a number of Champ Car Series events. We take pride in being a reseller of the best of the industry to Champ Car teams and drivers. We know racing, love racing, and look forward to tomorrow to even more racing. Visit us at discoveryparts.com. Lifeline's continuous commitment to research and development ensures that we supply the most innovative and cutting-edge products available, used by the majority of the world's motorsport championship-winning drivers, teams, and constructors. Lifeline has a stringent and proven history of success. Lifeline's continuous commitment to research and development ensures that we supply the most innovative and cutting-edge products available. Lifeline's 0360 systems are the result of over 7 years of intensive research and development using 3M's Novik 1230 environmentally safe gas extinguishant. Lifeline uses only the finest quality components. For more information regarding our fire safety equipment and fire safety systems, please contact us at info@lifeline-fire.com.
Jamie's on edge. It's her first time changing her own oil, but she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helps her find a deal on what she needs to get the job done right.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Frozen rotors from Diversified Cryogenics deliver increased performance and a higher level of safety, while significantly reducing braking system costs.
So to tell you a little bit about the durability of this product. So we have seen an incredible extension of the life of our brake rotors using frozen rotors. We've gone from brake rotors every other weekend to 6 weekends on one set of brake rotors, and I think they can go farther. The durability has been amazing. And it's been a fantastic season, and man, a lot of that is due to the way our car can brake on those frozen rotors.
For more information, go to frozenrotors.com.
Sentinel is a comprehensive motorsports video solution incorporating live streaming, local recording, 3 cameras with picture-in-picture, flag status, and much, much more. Stop playing with multiple solutions. Sentinel handles it all, including timing and scoring, vehicle data, graphic overlays, adaptive bitrate encoding, network bonding, and more. Sentinel is the solution to sharing your motorsports experience with your friends, family, sponsors, and the world. What are you waiting for? Get your Sentinel today and never miss an on-track moment. www.sentinel.racing.
Ricky's truck is having trouble starting. So he went to AutoZone, where Joseph, a friendly AutoZoner, totally understands. He points out AutoZone's many free services, including battery testing and charging. Less delays, more free services.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome back to ChampCar.Live, the latest dramas. It's the Fawn Group EC car stranded on the racetrack. Crew's going out to pick up that car. And what a difference, a few minutes make. Huh? I mean, it just doesn't take much.
Paulie, I just looked at something interesting. We were talking about you've got to lead, you got to take care of your car.
Yeah.
6 laps before this happened to them, they busted off one of their fastest laps of the race at a 2:30.5. You got to wonder if pushing that car that hard, knowing you had a 7-lap lead, might have done some damage to it and you might have hurt it.
Well, sometimes the way when you've been racing something all day long, everybody's been driving it, suddenly some guy goes out and cranks out like an extra half a second. They're probably clobbering corners to get it done,
Yeah.
Everybody else has been turning these laps, and then suddenly somebody goes out and cranks out. Hey, it's getting towards the end of the race.
Track's coming back to us. Yep.
I want to kind of do something here fun. And
and then she not running no more.
Yeah, that could be it. I mean, that's probably not it, but I've seen that happen. And so hopefully that's not, wasn't anything like that.
Yeah, hopefully that's not the case. I mean, we don't want to see that for our competitors. But I just got an update. The 305 car, Flip Rodriguez, is in the car in the 373. 305 Motorsports. These guys have had a very up and down day, but they're still out there in the fight. These guys have done a good job. Congratulations to these guys for continuing to stay in the fight. I'm trying to find where you guys are at. Here we go. They are in A class 305. It's their 1990 Mazda Miata blue car. They're working lap 148 or 149 right now. They're about 4 laps behind. Should have bought a Civic, but they may gain that. Reason I say that is when I went out to get our camera out, a Gorilla sticker, the should have bought a Civic guys are sitting in the paddock with the car shut off, and she's dark and quiet.
Oh.
So 305 guys, if you're paying attention, you may get some spots here. So Flip, take care of it. Good luck in your stint. And you get a couple more here because Gorilla Sticker's off the racetrack as well. So 517's done for today.
And Mad Mike went on the internets, probably gave us some of the deets on the sitch. The 914 had a 2-liter 6-cylinder and a 2-liter 4-cylinder. And a 2-liter, the 2-liter 6-cylinder had carburetors on it. I wonder what kind of carbs, if they were using like the SU type carbs on those.
You gotta wonder.
There was just so many cars that were running those SUs back then, including Datsuns, which were actually, they were Hitachis, but it's essentially an SU carb. But Califex saying they're going to do Daytona, Sebring, and Coda. That's their plan. Wow, do the big ones. Cool.
Good for those guys. Well, should have bought a Civic.
The big ones.
They're out with, we just heard from those guys, they're out with a transmission issue. They'll be back with an improved engine and even better transmission for Daytona. Great race. Thank you. Always an amazing experience. Thank you, everyone. Happy New Year to you guys. Wish you well, and we'll see you in April at the World Center of Racing.
Dun-dun-dun. Team Infinity on board with them. Brought 2 cars to the race this weekend.
Ed behind the wheel, I recognize him in that Roush Racing, the Dish Network suit from back in the mid to late 2000s. I remember seeing that car. It was what was then a NASCAR Busch Series car, and I think they did a little bit of what was Nextel Cup then. So really cool to see him in that those old fire suits when some of those guys show up. It kind of just jogs your memory with me being a big racing dork. So as we see, Fawn Racing Group has been towed back to their pit stall here. They got the trunk open.
Oh, they're putting a drip pan.
Oh, I wonder if they ran out of gas.
This could be the Money Shift Racing mistake that they made. Could they have just run this car out of gas from the lead?
I wonder. With a 7-lap lead, too. I mean, but you got to wonder, too, if maybe you had the fact that faster driver was in the car, knocking down. Let's take a look here. Let me see if we can see what their last lap times before they ran out. They're about 4 laps up still on One Mo Time Racing.
They had no gas.
Oh, they ain't got no gas in it.
It was 80 pounds lighter.
Yeah, exactly. Let's take a look at some of the times here. Let's roll back. So before they ran out, 2:32.5, 2:33.8, 2:35.0, which was the fastest, 2:31.9, 2:32.15. You got to wonder with some of those faster times, because I'm looking back, they were like 2:38 on occasion, 2:36. Obviously some traffic, but they were 2:33, 2:35. You got to wonder with knocking out those times there, if maybe they ran it a little more.
They're dumping fuel in. As soon as they came in, they threw a drip pan underneath it. So this was the plan, to get gas in it. They must be convinced they simply ran out of fuel.
Well, the good thing is they had that 7 or 8 lap lead, but now you got to stay 5 minutes on pit lane, plus the time it took to get you towed in, plus the car's hot, and if you ran it dry, here's one other question, Paulie. Will the car fire on its own, or can you pop the clutch? Plus, with it being one of those Hyundai Velosters, do they have the way to pop the clutch? They might not have a clutch.
Well, that won't really help them as far as getting the car to start in this kind of a situation. You really need to have enough fuel to light it up. So even if you dump the clutch, if there's no fuel there, it's not going to start. They need to get the fuel pump running and get fuel up into the injectors and into the cylinders. And then it should start if the pump is okay. But if it makes you guys feel any better, even veterans like Team Infinity ran out of gas today. So, it can happen to anybody.
And we've seen it with Rockwell's run out at other events. A lot of teams, have had issues like that this season. We've seen it where they're just trying to get every ounce of fuel out of that can or out of that tank that they can and maximize it. So we'll have to see what transpires here.
Here's TLM trying to make a move, making it 3 wide here around Big Bend here, Kyle. Around the outside. Got to be careful through here. That's how the GBU Corvette was written off here. I believe it was just last year, making a pass just like that. All right.
Got real close to the edge of that racetrack, but sometimes that's how you got to run that.
I wonder if David's at the wheel, very aggressive and definitely on the gas, pushing it hard. Just ran the 2:38, their fastest lap time, a very impressive 2:33 with that number 3 car.
And they just continue to lay down these laps. I mean, for the last 3 or 4 hours, that 3 car has consistently sat up in the top 5 and been in contention. They're only a lap, couple cars off the racetrack here.
Yeah.
One of them's turning concepts, Paulie.
Oh, no. Guys, come on now. Oh, yeah, he's way off in the grass here and finally gets back up on it. I don't know why that would have happened to them, but maybe we can go back and find out. Go back in time. Okay, so we'll step back a little bit here and see if we get any ideas of what happened there to turn in concepts going into that corner.
Coming through Fangio, down into 10. Back into the throttle, nothing wrong here. Okay, see brake lights in front of him. Oh, he just...
I don't know if he got tapped or not.
Is there oil over there? Because we saw that earlier. Remember, we saw a few cars almost spin out.
I heard a little pop, but sometimes the boxers will pop on a downshift. So I don't know if he got bumped, and that would have certainly done it to him. He would have been at threshold braking going in there and got bumped, or like you said, there's just something down on the track and both of them went off. Usually when you bump somebody from behind, you don't go off too. It helps you check up and make the corner. So I don't know.
Be interesting if we could find out a little bit. Some grass was cut. Yeah. I don't think Sebring needs their grass cut. They do a pretty good job here, but things happen. Real quick, just got an update from Findog Racing. Chris Pashley in the car to finish out. Hi to everyone at home, George, Lorenzo, and Poppy. Thank you for watching. We love you guys, and thank you for tuning in and all your support. So
I got to say hi back to my wife at the hotel. My family at home. It's just me and Jen. There is no family. No,
channeling your inner Scott Pruitt. I'll do the same thing here. Hi to my mom and dad back in Myrtle Beach. I know they're watching. I appreciate it. Mom, behave yourself up there. And my wife, I'd say hi to her, but she's right behind me, glaring, watching, making sure I don't do anything wrong.
Somebody was slowing down, yeah.
Yeah, slowing down, yeah. Just proper English. My father's probably having an aneurysm right now. It's not a word. It's not a word. He's probably on a rant right now, giving, probably a blood vessel about ready to go in his forehead. Anybody that's met my dad's probably like, yeah, that's right. That's Jim.
Jimmy E at the wheel.
Walter. We call him Walter. Just like the puppet from Jeff Dunham. Looks just like him, acts just like him. Put them side by side, it's almost identical.
It's so.
It is, yeah. Anyway, we'll get back to racing now. I'll get off my, my family issues. Jimmy Ellis back behind the wheel at Treasure Coast Miata here. These guys have done an awesome job today. 4th in the A class. Or no, I'm sorry, 4th in the B class. Apparently I can't read. 13th in the race position overall. These guys have done an awesome job. Paulie, we have had Team Infinity. It looks like they have fallen out of the Shark guys. We know they were just on pit road. It looks like they're just trying to nurse this thing at this point. They've fallen out of the top 10. So tough break for those guys. They fought hard today. But Level 1 Racing has now taken over the lead of A-Class and 412 Miata, and the teenagers are in second in the 863, 1 lap back of the leader, and then on the same lap as Blue Steel, about 44.5 seconds up or behind AAG at this point. So we'll have to keep a very, very close eye on that battle for A-Class. And let's take a look back while we have that lull in the action that I always feel is there, and it's not. Let's take a look at F-Class.
I just want to say before you jump into that, we've got TLM here. They just turned into 240. I just got to give props to them. Remember, this is a car that's lost power steering. So if he's driving aggressive, you have to drive aggressive. I mean, because you're using a lot of energy for every corner. You're attacking everything you can with a lot of energy to get the most out of that car, and that's not an easy thing to do.
Oh no, not at all.
Go ahead and put your.
No, I appreciate you bringing that up. I want to commend that. I've driven a few cars in my time with no power steering. You get out of the car, your arms feel like Jello. So I want to commend David Tuati and his team. You guys have done a masterful job. You're hanging in there, not too much longer, and then you can go and. Get a nice relax for New Year's and enjoy some good weather. So props to you guys for staying strong. But Paulie, we're going to have to keep an eye also on our F class here. It looks like Edmondson Motorsports has made a heck of a recovery. The 214 of Covey Racing is in the pits.
Covey.
And they are on the same lap, and it looks like Edmondson is back out there in the 227. So we might have a change here very shortly for the lead in F class. We'll have to monitor that very carefully.
Get out of town.
It's true. It's on the interwebs. It's true.
Oh man. All right.
back on board with Turning Concepts. It's been an eventful race for these guys, but they're still hanging on strong in the top 5. In a gaggle of C-Class cars. There are 5 C-Class cars. The top 5 in C-Class round are pretty much holding down your top 6 out of your top 6 spots, minus the leader of B-Class and your overall leader with Flat Out Racing, who continues to hold a 10-lap lead over the field. That is just insane. And the last lap, they just ran another 2:31.8. Good Lord. I mean, they just keep putting these times down here. I mean, I don't know how that car is staying together.
So Fawn is back on the racetrack.
Still with a 3-lap lead over One Mo Time Racing. That brought them in. They're going to have to keep an eye and see. Man, yeah, Timothy, no kidding. Yeah, power steering's an amazing thing once you get to drive it. I've driven so many Champ cars without it. And Paulie, we were teamed. You, me, and Justin were teamed together on a car with no power steering, and
that car was really. I don't know. He must have had like a weird amount of caster in it. I don't know, but it was the heaviest car I've ever driven in my life. It's
a fun car. I love that BMW. I mean, I had been chomping at the bit to get back behind the wheel of that thing, but God, that thing is just so heavy. Shelby's still behind the wheel. Looks like Fawn's gotten back out there again. They still hold a 3-lap lead in the EC class, but a lot of their lead that they had is shrunken. So that's a word, right? Shrunken?
Yeah, we're going to go with that.
All right, cool. I'm good with it. So, again, I think my father just popped another blood vessel at home. So, either way. Shrunkens. One of those.
He shrunk back. He shrank back. He shrunk back.
Yeah, one of those words. We'll go with that. It sounds like proper English. Right. Anyway, they're now down to a 3-lap lead, so they can't afford another hiccup like that because that could cost them the lead in EC. But so far, they're soldiering on. Last lap, 2:35.49. It looks like Shelby's about to cross the line once again, and we'll have to see what the time is this time around. $2:33.80. So it looks like they're back to business as usual here. Looks like they've overcome that issue. They're first in the class there for EC. So and great job.
The paddock beginning to look kind of vacant.
Yeah,
but there are spaces where there is nothing going on. This looks like one of the open throttle cars.
Yep, 68 car. Let's see here. That is
out here with the less is more cam.
That is Zero Black 30 is the nickname. So Mike and his team nickname all their cars. They've got Raptor, they got Faux 30, Cherry, there's Zero Black 30, there's Goldie, which is the 69 car, and then Bruno, which we don't talk about, which is their new C-Class car. That's the Boxster. Jim still at the wheel of Sharky too. Last lap, 3:03.45, letting I think that was Edmondson go by there in one of their Miatas.
We're getting down to crunch time here, folks. There's just a little over an hour and a half remaining in the race.
So no change in the top 10 right now. It's still actually Team Infinity has worked themselves back into the top 10. Rotary Rocketeers is in the pits. I'm not sure if this is a scheduled stop or not, but we are down to about 90 minutes to go. I have a feeling we're going to start seeing those final pit stops, Paulie.
Yeah, this is getting to be crunch time where you're going to end up putting that last pit stop together. You're going to put that driver in, probably your hot shoe, and this is going to be for all the marbles, and it won't be any more that you can do. You've worked about every strategy you could, and if you didn't make the right call, you're going to know about it now. We got a car went sailing off the racetrack in 13, kicked up a bunch of dust on the way. And did not make the corner. I don't know if they're okay out there or.
Do those headlights? Is that frozen, Paulie, or do those headlights look like they're not moving?
I'll take a look at it here.
Let me check the marching ants and see if we got anybody stalled. Nope, it looks like everything's still clean and green. Looks like it might have just been a little bit of interference there. And remember too, folks, we are right next to the Sebring Airport. So if there is a flight that might be taken off or some type of airline going across, it might interrupt the signal temporarily, so just bear with us on that.
Cars coming through 16 there.
I'd be interested to hear from some of our competitors what the grip level is like down there now that it's cooled off, it's dark. Wonder if the tracks come back a little bit. That section just is so treacherous during the day, and I'm, again, just curious to see if at night it would come back to us at all. But as we see the team coming down the back straightaway, that's the new bridge that Matt, the incoming track president, and Wayne, the outgoing track president, we're talking about. It's one of the new parts of the renovations here and upgrades at Sebring International Raceway. I believe it's Matt Muha. I believe that's how you say it. I had been saying it wrong all week, but we really appreciate those guys coming and joining us earlier on the broadcast. Thank you guys very much, Rubber Soul Motorsports. We really, really appreciate that. Yeah, we have tried to step the game up this year. Paulie has done just an absolute exceptional job with the production and working with the team and everything. And Les is just, he does a monster job on pit road. He's awesome at what he does. And we just have a really good team going, and we look forward to giving you guys even more in 2026 as the 250 car, a B-class car. Yep, that's Rotary Rocketeers back onto the racetrack. It looks like they were making their final pit stop. So we're really excited. Yeah, cheers to you guys as well. Enjoy some New Year's celebration, and we'll see you guys soon. Hopefully some Northeast races. So hopefully we'll see either Watkins Glen or Lime Rock Park or Pocono or even, maybe Dominion or one of those races, even Mid-Ohio. So we appreciate it. According to the interwebs, Thunderers are from Thailand. Oh, those tires that Timothy was talking about. Back on board with Turning Concepts here. This is still your 5th place car. They're still on the same lap. Now this is going to get interesting. Well, it was. Uh-oh.
Now we're going to caution. Just when things started to get fun, they got the fun police come out. Okay, well, we'll take a quick break. We're going to caution here, folks. We'll get things sorted out, hopefully be back to racing by the time we return from this, one of our final commercial breaks of the year. Be back in just a moment. Stay with us.
I probably need new tires.
You do.
What if they sold tires online?
We do. We're TireRack.com.
They could offer lots of tires.
We have so many tires.
And help you find the right tire.
It's called the Tire Decision Guide.
Oh, and they could ship them to a nearby mechanic.
We shipped over 7,000 independent recommended installers.
This is an amazing idea.
Sorry.
TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
George and Jr. are fed up. They weren't planning on having to replace their brakes today, but they went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helps them find a deal on the right parts.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Since 1994, Fly & Wrench has been a family-owned business renowned for exceptional European car repair and maintenance. We treat every vehicle with the same care and attention as if it were our very own, building lasting relationships with our clients along the way. We specialize in high-performance vehicles, offering a range of services that include fabrication, construction, custom wiring, and much more. Visit us at flyandwrench.com. Discovery-Parts is a veteran-owned racing and safety equipment company. While we're located inside Atlanta Motorsports Park in Dawsonville, Georgia, Discovery-Parts can also be found at the tracks, supporting a number of Champ Car Series events. We take pride in being a reseller of the best of the industry to Champ Car teams and drivers. We know racing, love racing, and look forward to tomorrow to even more racing. Visit us at discoveryparts.com.
Want to get started streaming your races or make your current live stream more captivating? We've helped hundreds of drivers create engaging live streams. It's simple. Create a new stream event, grab your camera, and start streaming. Head over to myraces.live to sign up for a free account. Or join us in our community Discord. Stream, share, engage.
At Parts Badger, we're not your typical machine shop. When a market-leading mountain bike manufacturer was looking to reshore their hardware components, they turned to Parts Badger. Within weeks, we had deployed a dedicated manufacturing cell, ramped up production, and had guaranteed capacity to meet their demand. We're looking to be your manufacturing partner. See what we can do for you and your company at partsbadger.com.
Lifeline's continuous commitment to research and development ensures that we supply the most innovative and cutting-edge products available. Used by the majority of the world's motorsport championship-winning drivers, teams, and constructors, Lifeline has a stringent and proven history of success. Lifeline's continuous commitment to research and development ensures that we supply the most innovative and cutting-edge products available. Lifeline's 0360 systems are the result of over 7 years of intensive research and development using 3M's Novik 1230 environmentally safe gas extinguishant. Lifeline uses only the finest quality components. For more information regarding our fire safety equipment and fire safety systems, please contact us at info@lifeline-fire.com.
Sentinel is a comprehensive motorsports video solution incorporating live streaming, local recording, 3 cameras with picture-in-picture, flag status, and much, much more. Stop playing with multiple solutions. Sentinel handles it all, including timing and scoring, vehicle data, graphic overlays, adaptive bitrate encoding, network bonding, and more. Sentinel is the solution to sharing your motorsports experience with your friends, family, sponsors, and the world. What are you waiting for? Get your Sentinel today and never miss an on-track moment. www.sentinel.racing.
Dave's twitch is bad. That's because his wipers need replacing. But he went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner guides him to the right wipers and makes sure everything is working smoothly.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
All right, welcome back to ChampCar.Live, presented by AutoZone. Under caution here for car number 178 that's being picked up. That is the Missing Link Motorsports. I believe I got that right. So, over in turn 8. So that's what I was trying to show you while we were away, folks. So they're working on that, which that seems to be the popular hangout.
Yeah, Fangio's been the big spot for everybody to have an issue. It's been interesting.
Yeah, less is more cam down there. Check it out. Back to yellow. So we should be going green here shortly.
Oh,
one of the cars getting a push start.
Timothy, that's terrible.
Oh, they're trying to push it down pit road and get it to start. I don't know if it's going to work. Oh, no. They're getting tired. Let's see if they can get this to work. I got to put it in second gear.
See if you can
dump
pop
the clutch quickly before these guys run out of juice. He's trying to cycle the electrics. And they might have it going. I think they finally got that car running.
He just took off. And the crew guys are ready for a big drink after this race is over.
Yeah, that was brutal. That was brutal. Got it running.
That's the 355 car, one of our EC cars. I believe that's who they were pushing. That is the HJT Motorsports guys. Nice job, fellas. They're on the same, they have to keep pushing. They're on the same lap as RMP Competizione, so this is for top 5 in EC.
Yeah, Team Infinity there.
Ed's still turning and burning, just putting laps down. Just getting to the end of this race, still hanging on to the top 10.
Yep, Flat Out Racing shown across the pit loop, we mentioned. And the EC car one more time. Fawn Group, I'm still showing leading this race on my panel. Let's see if I got it. Yeah. Still showing them leading the race by 7 laps. Oh, man. Flat out up by 11 over Rockwell, who's in second place.
Yeah, they've continued to grow that lead. Paulie, I'm just looking. Level 1 Racing only holds a 31.5 second lead over AAG. I don't know if those guys have made their final pit stop yet. Level 1 is in the pits right now. So we'll have to find out if the 863, I'm assuming they probably have to come back in. I don't know if they've already made their, yeah, it looks like based on what I'm seeing, they probably have at least one more stop to make.
All right.
That's the closest battle we got on the racetrack right now. I'm going to scroll down and see what we got. Here we go. Here's a battle. About 20 seconds separate Flying J, the 468, and the 965. Treasure Coast Miata. Say that 5 times fast.
Treasure Coast. Just happen to be on them now. They're in the pits.
This is their sister car that is the A-Class car that is about 20 seconds back of Flying J. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. The one that we're on board with right here with Jimmy Ellis, that is the B-Class car, the 74 car.
This is really, really hard to do. He's trying to buckle himself. His visor's completely fogged over because they're fueling, and all the heat has gone onto the visor, makes it really hard to see.
That's where your co-driver just has to pretty much, what you probably need to do in that instance is just tell him, just put your hands up and let him do it to where he can do it a little quicker.
He's doing really good with it.
Yeah.
But it's at night and he's fogged up.
Yeah, and that temperature change is just, that makes it an absolute bear to try to get something like that done. Plus your adrenaline's through the roof. You want to get this done. You don't want to cost yourself time. You want to be right to the end of pit road because they're down pit road quite a bit. So they want to be down there right at that 5-minute mark so they can get released relatively quickly. Back on board with the teenagers. Lucas Donato still at the wheel. Continuing to turn laps here. They're running right now. The teenagers have retaken the lead in the A-Class, but they have at least one more pit stop to go. So the question is, can the teenagers execute 5-minute stop effectively? And then which one of these kids, which one's going to go in? If it's going to be Leighton Vogley or if Adriano is going to go back in. I'm assuming it's probably going to be Leighton for the finish based on the fact that Adriano just got out of the car not too long ago. But we'll have to see what the team principals say. It depends on who the fastest one in the bunch is.
Yeah, I mean, everybody just basically dove into the pits there and during that caution and got it done. We're talking, Flat Out Nemesis, Rockwell Autosport Development, Fing Dog, Turn-In Concepts, Blue Steel. I mean, they all came in for that last push before they head back out. Most of the teams you can bet inside the top 10 are done with their pit stops, and they're just going to take this to the end. So Stranger Racing coming down pit road also. They're heading out.
Oh, one of Mike Gorman's cars are down off to the right. I don't know if they're going into the garage. I think that's Zach, one of the lead drivers and crew guys right there. He's kind of leaning in, checking something on the car. Look like something with the right front. So Flat Out, is that Flat Out Nemesis in the pit for their stop? Is that Flat Out in the pits right there off to the left?
Yeah, Les said he thinks that they're changing brakes. So Flat Out, they've got quite a bit of time.
They do, yeah.
They can't afford for anything to majorly go wrong. I mean, there's still an hour and 20 minutes left in the race. So they do need to fix it and get back out there.
But you would think they would have waited, or not waited this long. No, and I mean, they've had a healthy gap for a while. You think they'd have come in and kind of taken the hit and gotten that done.
I would have waited. I would have waited until I had a caution. That way I could cover it with the caution. But they just didn't have it. I mean, it's just not happening. They must have got down metal to metal, and it's like, well, it's been decided for us. We've got to do it.
Now the question is, how fast can they do it? And can they do it mistake-free?
Well, this could be a disaster for them. And I'm just not wishing anything about anybody, but my dad did a race once where he ran the brake pads all the way gone down to the metal backing, and it actually welded the backing to the piston, meaning there's no way to put brakes on that. You would have to replace the caliper.
I guess.
And now you're bleeding the brakes. It could be a major pain for them right now.
Here's my thing too, and I know I'm probably playing Monday morning quarterback essentially, but why wait and do this at night when you could have done this during the day, and then you don't have to worry about trying to do this in the dark?
My only thought would be they just didn't predict this was going to happen, because
true.
I would think it's right. I would think you're right. I would do it during one of those cautions. You're past the halfway point in the race. You know you can make it on a 7-hour race.
Right.
Do the change when you're in the daytime, when you can see well. You've got a caution. You're going to take fuel. They've hit like every break up until now.
And then with the pace they've got, you could have played a little catch-up. You know what I mean?
Just must be a mistake that they just didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
They probably thought they could make it. It's down to the wire, and he ran out of brakes.
Yeah. They've been pushing hard all day.
Yeah. And there haven't been that many cautions to cool the brakes down for some time. But we've seen some things happening over here around turn 18 or turn 8. But maybe it hasn't been enough, and as fast as they're going around this racetrack,
you got to have brakes. You got to be able to stop. Well, they're gonna have to take their kind of take their beating here. Again, hopefully, they're a pretty experienced team. they know what they're doing. The question is just, again, how quick can they do this? Can they do it mistake-free and get everything back going? They have, 9 laps of a buffer. And then they definitely have the pace, so we'll just have to see how this plays out. It's definitely going to hamper their progress a little bit, but I don't think it's a showstopper for them. So as we see, I think that's Edmondson. Yep, that's one of the Edmondson cars in. I don't know if that is I'm thinking that might be the F-Class car that's in there. It's kind of hard to tell from so far back with the small number panel on the rear of the car, but it looks like it's business as usual. Standard fuel stop here. Doesn't look like there's going to be a driver change, so it looks like they just have to come in, do their final stop here, and then they'll get back after it.
I would say, Califlex, the answer is yes. I'm not aware of any issues with if you want to use like a quick release or something like that. Because I know brakes are unlimited. They're not into limiting that anymore, so I think you could do that if you wanted to. Yeah, the backing plates, as long as there was a little bit of material left and they just didn't, really weld it, they should be okay. It looks like where are they? Now they're on the left front still.
They've been on that for a little while. Yeah. Ray's there watching.
And where's the lights? I don't know. That's why you just never know.
Matt's there as well. Matt Siegert and Ray Frank.
Okay, looks like they're going to put him down. He's kind of pointing down here to see if they're going to put him down now. It looks like the tire might be back on it.
He just fired it up.
They're holding a light there. I think that was the rotary Rocketeer car that we heard down there. It wasn't from
okay.
It wasn't from here.
Yeah, it's a shame we can't hear that rotary Rocketeer car. It runs so silent all the time.
Those guys that handle that, that's gotta wear on you.
They gotta have a headache at the end of the race.
Can't imagine.
But she's a fast car. She's been in the top 12 all day long. It's been a good piece. Oh. So right now, flat out here we go. It looks like they got everything on. The lights are on. The car's running. They're headed back out.
Yeah,
so
strange. It looks like they just worked on the left front.
What about if they had I wonder if they had something sticking. Maybe with the heat.
Strange.
Maybe they had a pad sticking to the rotor that was causing maybe just a sticking point in the braking. I saw when he had it up, he had it turned all the way. So maybe they were checking something in there. I'm not sure.
If it had wiped out the front brakes on the left side, they would have been doing both of them. If it got hung up somehow, it could have ground one all the way down. And it just need to be replaced. Replace the pads and then Usually when you push everything back, it frees it up a little bit, enough to get you to the end for sure.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that and see when they get back out there. So it cost them a few laps, but that gave Rockwell about 3 laps back on them. But we'll have to see where they cycle back out. It looks like they should be at the end of pit road if they haven't already been cleared to go back out. I think they're a good ways down pit road here, so we'll have to keep an eye on that.
All right, Les, thanks for that. Appreciate it.
You're the man. Less is more. He does it again every time. So we are closing in on the final hour, Paulie. Flat Out Racing continues to lead. They had to come in and work on the car for a little bit if you're just joining us. So we'll see where they cycle out next time by the line. But that Rockwell Autosport, your C-Class leader, has gained a few laps on them, but still Flat Out holds a healthy margin. And if they can get back out there and keep rolling, they'll probably gain a little bit back based on the pace that they had. Findog Racing continues to run in third, Marathon TLM in fourth, and Turning Concepts continues to pound along in the top 5. TLM USA, the sister car to the Marathon 3 car, is in sixth. The teenagers continue to lead the A-Class right now. This is an unbelievable drive by these kids. Even if they don't win the A-Class, I mean, this is an absolute monster drive by these kids. I mean, just no real big heavy car experience in endurance racing, and I mean, these guys have just done a masterful job. They hold about an 18 and change second lead over level 1 racing for the A-Class and in the overall. And then Team Infinity, the Shark, Ed and the boys, continuing to hang on here in 9th position. And then Blue Steel, they made their pit stop. They've been out there for a little bit now, their final stop, so they should be able to hammer down to the finish. We'll give you a quick rundown real quick of the rest of the classes. We'll check on the F class. So Edmondson Motorsports. All right, well, this is an interesting one, Paulie. I think Edmondson's in for a final pit stop, but all 3 of the top 3 in F class are in the pits. So that's a new one. So right now, as of the last time by the line, they have about a 7-lap lead over Covey Racing. It looks like Covey's day may be done. They've been in the garage, it looks like, for a couple hours, so something happened because they had a healthy lead over Edmondson, but the 227 has just continued to stay digging. Got to wonder if Edmondson kind of nursed it enough to get them by and just kept going, and then all of a sudden they're like, well, we know we're not going to get past, so maybe they parked it. We'll have to monitor that one. That's an interesting wrinkle. And back over on the EC side, Fong Group, after that issue with the fueling, they still hold a 3-lap lead over One Mo Time Racing. And then about 9 laps behind those guys is Triple R Motorsports. Raptor, one of the open throttle cars, is in 4th, and then RMP Competizione rounds out your top 5, and then HJT Motorsports, the 355, in 6th. Faux 30, the 65, in 7th. AOA Racing, we saw their issues in 8th. And then the 164 open throttle car in 9th, and then the 237, the EC 17107, or no, the 17107 BMW 237 car. That's the car I've been trying to find all day. It's an EC car. All right, so that explains it. They round out your top 10 over on that side of things. So Marathon, the 3 cars, about 1:37 back of Findog Racing, so we'll have to see what happens here. Last lap, well, it was about a 10-second difference between the 3 car and the 775. And then we'll have to see here. The 715 and the 775 were separated by 0.6 of a second. I was looking at the wrong one. So that's kind of going to go back and forth. They seem pretty evenly matched.
Yeah, you got Level 1 Racing 17 seconds behind AAG. And that's a 244, 245. Yeah, very close lap times there.
Paulie, I'm looking back in the pack a bit, so we know what's going on up at the front of the field as Mihai's behind the wheel of the 990 and the blue steel. But Effin' Ranger, the 519, which is Sharky 2, is only 13.2 seconds behind Team Lem Oktoberfest in the 158 car, so we might have a battle for 35th. And then not seeing anything substantial back from there. That's pretty much one of your closest battles on the racetrack. Oh, now it's down to 2.4 seconds. Last lap for those guys was a 3:03.6 for the Ranger and a 3:11.6 for Team Lem Oktoberfest. So we'll, I think, one more lap, and Sharky may get another spot here, move those boys up into the top 35. We'll ride on board with Jim here. He's still digging hard, heading through turn 1 as we saw somebody just come off a pit road. Back in the power, you can hear him working through turn 1, headed to 2. Hear him back out of it a bit, get that thing slowed down for turn 3. That's such a tight corner. And you got to watch those high curbs through there. You really don't want to put the car up on the curbs if you don't have to. And then you take a bit of a wide entry here into 4, and then you can hear him just roll back into the power. Hear that Effin' Ranger, Ford Ranger starts screaming. He's working through Big Bend through 6, headed down to 7. Looks like he's going to dispense of a Miata right here. Wonder if that is the, I'm not sure, I couldn't tell. That might be the 158. We'll have to keep an eye. All right, so there's 2 Miatas in the shot there. So one of these may be, they was only 3 seconds back, and last lap by, he just ran a 3-minute flat to the 3:11.69. So we'll have to see what it is. It's down to 2.4 seconds, so that may be one of the cars right there. It may be that Miata that's up in front, unless he just dispensed of them. We'll check, because remember, folks, we don't have scoring all the way around the racetrack. The cars are only scored when the transponder crosses at the start-finish line. So we'll have to get you an update when he comes around. He's working through turns 11 and 12 right here. He's headed over to 13, which is the tower turn. Back on the power, down the straightaway, through into 14 at Bishop, which is kind of the double apex corner. He's headed into Bishop right here for the first part. Let the car track out all the way out. Play him to that throttle, get it back to the left, and then heavy on the brakes into 15. Going to work through the Le Mans chicane essentially here. Roll back in that power, just trying to not slip the back end of it. So smooth. He's doing a great job in this thing. Then you heard him get back in the power. He really opened that wheel up, and you heard him just roll into it, and he was able to get it all the way to the floor. Heading down that back straightaway, building speed under the bridge. He went ahead and lifted early. Nice, smart move, I'm sure, with that heavy Ranger. Just trying to take care of those brakes. Got about an hour, 6 or 7 minutes to go here. Just easing through 17. Hear him just easing back into that power, letting it get some grip, bouncing through there. Trying to stay in the tire tracks of old Betty White. You're number 1, Jim. I'm trying to give him motivation from the booth.
That car just cracks me up.
I know. Every time I go by, it's just, we're all children. You know, Betty tells us you're number 1, you just start laughing. That's how demented we are as race car drivers. As he heads sack through 1, and he got it. There we go. The 519 Effin' Ranger. Great job, Jim. You've gotten yourself up into 35th, and you've gotten yourself a 9.3 second lead up over Team Lem Oktoberfest. So nice job, sir. Keep on digging. He's on the same lap as Rockwell as well, about a minute 56 behind. And he ran a 2:57.19 last lap. I tell you what, he's pushing it. Now, mind you, they're only about 4 seconds off of Rockwell in the 10 car. So we'll have to see if he can chase him down.
A little concerned about Trash Panda here. They're moving really slow here. They're getting stormed by cars that are coming by. I don't know if they're just hanging out there, just trying to keep the car on the track, but they're really off the pace here.
Yeah, but, I mean, they got to really just keep an eye on that. And, you know, at some point it does become kind of a safety factor. With the closing rates, with the speeds that we're carrying here, you really got to keep an eye on it. I think that's the 299 car that just went by. Oh, a lot of speed coming through there. Yep, 299 car. That was Reed Nissan Racing that just went by, the blue and white car.
And your leader in the EC, the Fawn Group.
Still 3 laps up on One Mo Time Racing. Paulie, I did take a look and glance back up at the front. Now that Flat Out Racing is back out, their last lap was a 2:29.97, so it looks like they've gotten the problem fixed. They're not giving up. Projected lap time based on what we're seeing, it's going to be almost identical. They've gotten a lap back, so now they're back up to 8 laps up over Rockwell in the 7:15. So, and then Findog Racing is only 1:30 behind the Rockwell car. It looks like Rockwell's kind of turned the wick back up to where they're about 3.5, 4 seconds separation in time. So we'll have to see. That may come down to some getting caught in lap traffic and who can dispense of the traffic a little bit better.
TLM on Rockwell Autosport Development, but over the inside line. Excuse me, I'm coming through here. That's okay.
That's big right there because that may put Marathon back on the same lap as Rockwell. They just got by them, so we may have a 3. Well, no, they still got to get by Findog Racing, and then obviously they'd have to hope to catch Flat Out to get that lap back. But I give these guys credit with no power steering. They are rocking through this field. They're still just continuing to knock cars down.
Yeah, turned in a 2:39 on that last lap, even with a little hiccup there trying to get by the Porsche.
Just about an hour and 2 minutes left to go, and counting down here to 10 o'clock Eastern on the Eastern Standard Time here in Central Florida.
And the young guys still piloting that Miata here, going to take it all the way to the end.
I think what these guys are probably trying to do is bank on a caution. Hopefully they can get a code 35 here shortly.
So with that, we'll take another commercial break and be back in just a few minutes. Plenty of racing action. Just over an hour remain here at Sebring International for the 2025 end of the season race at Sebring International. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
An important decision is afoot. This man is about to buy tires on TireRack.com. Tire Rack is the leading online retailer of tires in North America and a repository of advice and expert reviews. And it's done! All that's left is to arrange for safe, easy installation at one of our independent recommended installers. Well, I guess he did that too. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Jamie's on edge. It's her first time changing her own oil. But she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helps her find a deal on what she needs to get the job done right.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Since 1994, Flying Wrench has been a family-owned business renowned for exceptional European car repair and maintenance. We treat every vehicle with the same care and attention as if it were our very own, building lasting relationships with our clients along the way. We specialize in high-performance vehicles, offering a range of services that include fabrication, construction, custom wiring, and much more. Visit us at flyandwrench.com.
Want to get started streaming your races or make your current live stream more captivating? We've helped hundreds of drivers create engaging live streams. It's simple. Create a new stream event, grab your camera, and start streaming. Head over to myraces.live to sign up for a free account. Or join us in our community Discord. Stream, share, engage.
Lifeline's continuous commitment to research and development ensures that we supply the most innovative and cutting-edge products available, used by the majority of the world's motorsport championship-winning drivers, teams, and constructors. Lifeline has a stringent and proven history of success. Lifeline's continuous commitment to research and development ensures that we supply the most innovative and cutting-edge products available, Lifeline's Zero 360 systems are the result of over 7 years of intensive research and development using 3M's Novik 1230 environmentally safe gas extinguishant. Lifeline uses only the finest quality components. For more information regarding our fire safety equipment and fire safety systems, please contact us at info@lifeline-fire.com.
At Parts Badger, we're not your typical machine shop. An aircraft manufacturer had to deliver a new interior in just weeks. With hundreds of line items and tens of thousands of parts needed, they turned to Parts Badger. We have the connected manufacturing capacity, the experienced team of design engineers and project managers, and the proprietary software to get it done and deliver. See what Parts Badger can do for you and your company at partsbadger.com.
Rcwy-Parts is a veteran-owned racing and safety equipment company. While we're located inside Atlanta Motorsports Park in Dawsonville, Georgia, Rcwy-Parts can also be found at the tracks, supporting a number of Champ Car Series events. We take pride in being a reseller of the best of the industry to Champ Car teams and drivers. We know racing, love racing, and look forward to tomorrow to even more racing. Visit us at Discoveryparts.com.
Sentinel is a comprehensive motorsports video solution incorporating live streaming, local recording, 3 cameras with picture-in-picture, flag status, and much, much more. Stop playing with multiple solutions. Sentinel handles it all, including timing and scoring, vehicle data, graphic overlays, adaptive bitrate encoding, network bonding, and more. Sentinel is the solution to sharing your motorsports experience with your friends, family, sponsors, and the world. What are you waiting for? Get your Sentinel today and never miss an on-track moment. www.sentinel.racing.
George is fed up. And so is Junior. They weren't planning on having to replace their brakes today. But they went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner, Renee, helps them find a great deal on Duralast Gold pads and rotors. No headaches, just the right parts, and friendly service.
In the zone, AutoZone.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to ChampCar.Live, presented by AutoZone. The less is more cam in the pits. It's like open throttle, getting some work done. And they're hoping the last time they need to see that car in the pits until impound.
Yep. It's been an eventful race for open throttle. Always is for those guys. It's especially the year they've had. It's either been feast or famine. They've had really good runs, and then there's been races where just the bottom has just continued to fall out for those guys.
Thank you, Mr. Rcwy-Part. Appreciate that very much. It's always nice to, can you imagine what it would be like if you had a job where people that you didn't really know would compliment you on the work that you did? That's a pretty cool feeling. So thank you for that.
We appreciate compliments and pizza parties. No, we appreciate the support this year. I mean, it has been just the comments that we've gotten from a lot of people as we see late to Apex working by Edmondson and headed down the front straightaway to complete another lap and start another one. They just continue to turn laps here. We appreciate the response from everybody inside the industry and those outside watching. We really appreciate it. It's been a lot of hard work. All the credit goes to Paulie Velton with what he's done with the show and working with production, and Les continuing to knock it down on pit road. They've done a phenomenal job. These guys are awesome. They do a really good job. Oh, nice move right there. Whoa. Oh. Got a handful of wheel there because he got up on the curb. Trying to get everything he can. About 55 minutes and 54 and counting down to get to the finish. Trying to get everything they can. Let's take a look and see where the late Apex guys. They are 6th in their class with Lucy at the wheel, 21st in the overall. So a good recovery for these guys. About 5 laps back of Flying J. I don't think they got enough time to get by unless something catastrophic happens, but great recovery for these guys.
We got something going on with car number 16, but I don't see a car 16 on my sheet.
That's one of our EC cars, Paulie. Okay. That's One Mo Time Racing. That's a 2002 yellow and black.
One Mo Time?
One Mo Time. That's a Corvette. They've been consistently running.
No flag, but some kind of an issue at pit out. Hey, Lee, thanks a lot, buddy. I appreciate you. And see you next year, buddy. Let's go racing.
Yep. Saying, oh, there. We'll have to see what they put in here.
Yeah.
Back on board with TLM.
That is, man. I mean, the track just appears. But yeah, these guys, you know, they know the track really well. But this is a hard-fought effort for the TLM guys with that power steering loss and that BMW.
Showing a lot of strength and a lot of heart right here. These guys, it's folks. We can't stress enough. It's hard enough. Imagine driving your street car without power steering. You know, go down the road and turn the car off and see if you can turn the steering wheel. Imagine doing that with a bumpy racetrack like this, where it just and you got a heavy steering wheel. You're trying to turn. It's fighting you. You got a racetrack that's trying to knock the wheel out of your hand, and that weight of the world is on top of your, you know, on your body. And with the G's you pull here, you know, through some of the corners, it takes very strong and tenacious men and women to do this, and TLM is full of those types of drivers. So we want to definitely tip our caps to the ability that they're showing and the strength that they're showing. I mean, they're running, folks, in 3rd position right now with no power steering and continuing to gain ground. They have dispensed of the Findog Racing guys in the 775, and their last lap was a 240.3, just continuing to stay strong. So nice job, Dave Tuati and all of his team. And they're only 1 lap back of Rockwell, Paulie, and if they can continue to run the pace that they're running, they've got time. They might be able to catch Rockwell for 2nd in the overall, but there's only 1 lap separating the lead and C class here, so we will have to see what happens and really pay attention to the difference in lap time.
Some close battles on track. I was seeing something close between Team Infinity and Blue Steel there. Yeah, 22 seconds, but Team Infinity's dropped off the pace significantly, and so I'm not sure exactly what the story is there, but they've been turning in, I think Ed's at the wheel, he's turning in these 254s and stuff. Just obviously some mechanical issue there. So they're dropping back, but they're still in 10th place right now. So a nice finish, and they are leading their class too. So I don't think Stranger's going to catch them. But yeah, they could potentially. They would have to probably pull off the track right away.
I think they know if they continue to run the pace that they're running, they know Stranger, if they can just run within reason. But I think they're really keeping an eye on Hot Curl. They want to get a top 10 in the overall, which I think would make Ed very happy. But they've got a 3-lap lead on Hot Curl Racing and a 4-lap lead on Rotary Rocketeers. I'll guarantee you they're watching the lap times, because right now they're separated by about 1.5 seconds on Hot Curl. Rotary's laying down some times, but again, they got about 3 laps they got to make up in 50 minutes. That's a tall order. If Ed can continue to just run those 254s, those low 50s, I think he can hang on for a 10th place finish. And then again, you know, if he can continue to do what he's doing, he could lock up the D-Class victory tonight.
All right, so level 1 is overtaking AAG to lead A-Class now.
I think the boys still have to make one more pit stop based on some data that we're seeing here in our booth. I think they were trying to wait out. I think they were playing the strategy, waiting for a 35. I see a car coming on pit road, a couple cars coming to pit road with about 49 and a half minutes to go. I'm wondering if this is the boys right here. This might be coming in for that final pit stop. Yeah, it could be here. We'll have to see when the what happens.
Yeah, AAG has 8 pits. It looks like their Delta's off. So yeah, that's probably them.
Yeah, they're off. They're on pit road. That's them getting down there. Nothing different. Doesn't look like it's any out of the ordinary. They're just fueling the car. They're doing the driver change. Lucas Donato will get out. I suspect it'll be Leighton Vogley that'll get in the car to finish the race out based on the fact that Adriano was in the car previous stint. But again, you know, you want to put your shoe in at this point and see who's the fastest, because you're going to have to play a little bit of catch up here, because you're going to have to catch Blue Steel to try to get second back. And then, you don't want to lose too much time, because if something happens to level 1, you're still in contention. Paulie, I'm seeing one of the tow trucks. It's pulling one of our Miatas. Is that is that Edmondson?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it looks like the 227.
The white and the red.
Is that the F-Class car? Let me take a look here.
Or is it the EC car that Fawn took over?
Kind of lights are off in the car. It is a Miata, I can tell you that. It is the Paulie. That's Findog Racing. That's a 775.
That's Findog. Oh, I didn't even see them. They didn't show up in the logs, but it is towards the end of the race. Sometimes that happens. So that's Findog Racing. Yep, crossing the pit loop.
Wow. 47 minutes to go.
Yeah, that's a rough break for those guys. Could be, and if it's a fuel-related issue, it's probably day done for them.
Just got an update from 305 Motorsports in the 373 car. Oscar Hernandez just got in the car for the last stint. This was as of a little while ago, so good luck to Oscar. Bring it home.
Yeah, M. Martinez. Yeah, we're seeing that as a Boxster as well. Thank you.
Well, yep, we see the driver change going on. Looks like they're getting, looks like Lucas is getting one of them getting strapped in here. Not sure which one of the boys has gotten in the car. Yep, giving that steering wheel a tug. You heard it lock in place there. That was the, got it placed. He spun it, made sure that the quick release locked in. Always something you want to do as a driver, and then you put your hands behind the wheel and you kind of give it a tug and a pop. Just make sure it doesn't come off there. He's trying to get the radio cord and the kill switch cord, wrapped around so it doesn't get caught in his legs. You can see him putting some oil in the car, doing a little bit of maintenance underneath. They got everything done. They still got to do their 5 minutes because they took fuel. So just making sure this thing gets to the finish. Regardless of what happens, they commit. Whoa. Is that the 96 car? That was close. So one of our EC cars, 96 car. Yeah, that is Triple R Motorsports. That was close right there for TLM. Definitely got to watch those mirrors, guys. So looking back, Team Infinity, Paulie, is the boys have been passed by Ed and the Shark guys. They're headed back out. So, and again, this is through the cycle of the final pit stop. So they'll have to get out and get rolling. They have a little bit of a gap. Right now they're in the top 10. We'll have to see where they cycle, but looks like they're going to come out about a lap or two ahead of the 916 Hot Curl in there in that 1979 914, right, Paulie?
It's a 14.
914.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. They should cycle back in, but we see this 3-car just continuing to lay down some good lap times. Last lap, they were about 0.9 of a second faster than Rockwell. It's about 2 minutes and 18 seconds separation. Getting down, I'm not sure if there's enough time to catch them. If Rockwell happens to stumble, TLM will be there, but not likely. Rockwell has a lot of veterans on that team, a lot of experience. They've been to Sebring many, many times. Leighton is in the car.
Yep, you called it, and looks like checking the wristband, probably going to be their final driver with just 43 minutes left unofficially in the race. Justin saying he's back home. Unfortunately, the day didn't finish up with what the way that it started, but he's just wanted to let us know that I'd have a fantastic job on the broadcast. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Justin. We appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Paulie, we just got another compliment as well. Sean from Revelation 1911 team from up in Green Bay. He said it's snowing up north.
Is it really?
He said it's snowing up there. He said he's been watching on and off all day. He wants to commend us on a great broadcast. He's really enjoyed it. We'll look forward to seeing you guys in 2026. We hope you and the rest of the team have a happy new year. And same to you as well, Justin, and your team. Great to see a great debut for the 2.0 build. You guys showed strength. I know it didn't end the way you wanted it, but definitely be proud of what you're building, and it's good to see you back as a car owner.
Yep. God bless. Have a great weekend, and as we head into the new year. And here on board with the Less is More Cam, catching the action in the pits.
Paulie, last lap for Marathon was a 2:41.1. Last lap for Rockwell was a 2:47, 2:46.99. That's going to close the gap substantially right there. I got to wonder if that 715 got caught in a group of cars. Oh, perfect, Sean. We will see you guys at Daytona. Looking forward to it. And we'll see you in April.
Through 17, back onto the front straightaway. You see how the road, it kind of kicks to the right here. So you got to be real careful that you don't let the car get too far out there. They've changed that profile a little bit over the years and given people a little bit more room at the exit, but you know you gotta keep some wheel in it because it does kick back to the right a little bit there at the end.
Glad to hear that, Justin. Appreciated it. He submitted. He's coming to Road Atlanta, so we'll see 2.0
nice.
for the debut. We'll look forward to calling you for the season opener in about a month of change.
Yeah, he was there this year too. So it'll be fun to have him back there again next year. It hasn't been snowing yet, but it's heading there, yeah.
Thanks, Timothy.
We got an EV down here at Pit Inn, and 519 spin to continue, but I don't know who's at Pit Inn right now.
They got to get it towed away because it's blocking a couple cars that are coming to pit road.
That's probably why the EV is there, to get it to tug them out of the way.
Is that the Nissan?
They ran out of fuel or whatever. Let's see whose Delta's off. I don't see anybody. Oh,
no, that's AOA again, the 55 car.
Senate 159. It's the AOA car?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what it appeared to be.
Well, there you have it, folks.
So Fawn Group, Paulie, continues to increase. They've gotten about 2 or 3 laps back. They're up to about 6 laps up on One Mo Time Racing, down in with 40 minutes to go. If they can continue to run these 235s, 236s, if nothing happens, it looks like Fawn Group may be on their way to an EC victory here this evening.
Yeah, it's looking real good for them. They're going to have to stay after it, but it's looking good for them. Flat Out Racing, leading B class, A class, level 1 racing, C class Rockwell, D class Team Infinity, and F class Edmondson, Motorsports. So
So we're keeping an eye here. So the boys cycled out the teenagers back in the 863. They're about a minute 26 behind Ed in the Shark car. Now, mind you, once they get rolling, we'll have to see what their lap time is. Ed's running about mid 250s. So I think they're going to try to push as hard as they can. I think Ed is just in conservation mode at this point, just trying to get this thing home. He knows if he can hang on, he can hang on to a top 10. He's got to push just enough to hang there. Yeah, Charles, there's a lot of teams that have kind of slowly fallen out of this, the typical Sebring attrition. We're not really sure at this point to give you a definitive number.
A lot of times as the race gets to the end, they start packing in the pits, so they'll drop their easy ups. They won't need them up anymore because the day's basically over.
Yeah, usually after that last pit stop especially, because they'll start loading the trailer and getting ready to get loaded, and a lot of teams, especially the Florida teams, will probably get out of here this evening and head back to the house and the shop and get the trailer unloaded and then get ready to ring in the new year. I'll tell you what, Paulie.
Oh, looks like the NDOT guys are up against the tire wall.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Yep, we're going code 35. Oh, man.
Let's see if we can wind this back and see what happened here. It's not turning.
Something. I wonder.
It's not turning.
Something broke.
What the heck?
It looks like he's all right.
Yeah, it's just he gave it a bunch of wheel. It would not. He's not going that fast through there. This should not have happened. Something happened to the car. Let go of the steering wheel, son. Something happened there, Kyle. I really don't think that's on him.
No, I don't think it is either. The way these kids have driven today, that's not driver error. That's a mechanical.
Oh man, that's a bummer. I'm sorry to see that, guys.
Yeah. That's a tough break for those kids. They drove a flawless race today up until that point. Hopefully he's all right. So,
yeah, it looks to be okay.
Yeah, number one rule when you get in a situation like that, got to take your hands off the wheel, because if you hit hard enough, that wheel snatches another way. It's a good way to break your wrists. So, but that just comes with seat time and experience. But tough break for Leighton. I know he's going to be really, really bummed out on that one. But important part is, looks like he's all right, and they'll live to fight another day. But I'll tell you what, they definitely made their presence known here today, up and leading the class multiple times, leading laps, getting experience, top three most of the race. That says a lot about their ability. So
yep, code 35. Yeah, they did, Timothy.
Yeah, it could be a tire. That's something to consider. But it just, I mean, the fact that he had that wheel cranked all the way, and she just wouldn't turn.
Yeah, they're looking at that tire wall. They want to get that put together as quickly as they can, so that way they can get us back to racing. And they're just trying to shove that barrier back. It looks like it got pushed. When he bounced off of it, it kind of pulled it away. So this is reported over in turn 13, Kyle.
Yeah, that tower turn is tough, especially when you're on cold tires and you're just coming that first couple laps out of the pits, and it gets slick back there. And with the humidity we've got, and as it cools down, the track does get slick. So you got to wonder if maybe the tires weren't up to temperature. But just the way he had that wheel cranked, I think something broke on that race car. I mean, he just kept turning, and the car just went straight. Yeah, it was something. It's just really, really odd, but yeah. Yeah, it looks like they're having him get out of the car. He's putting the steering wheel there. Probably going to put that thing on the flatbed and bring it in. And
so Flat Out Racing leads this race right now. followed by Rockwell Autosport Development, Marathon, Turn-In Concepts, and TLM USA. We'll go ahead and shoot for our final commercial break of the year and be back in just a few minutes for the closing minutes of this race at Sebring International Raceway. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Welcome to TireRack.com, revolutionizing tire buying since 1979. With our unmatched selection of branded products, finding what fits your vehicle and is right for you and how and where you drive has never been easier. Through helpful online shopping tools that include our professional hands-on reviews done at the introduction of a tire and consumer reviews that give real-world feedback over the life of the tire, you can make the right tire choice and find exactly what you need. And if you prefer to talk to someone, our tire testers, our sales team, are available on the phone. And that's how we get you the right tire for you and your vehicle for where and how you drive.
Dave's twitch is bad. That's because his wipers need replacing. But he went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner guides him to the right wipers and makes sure everything is working smoothly.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Since 1994, Flying Wrench has been a family-owned business renowned for exceptional European car repair and maintenance. We treat every vehicle with the same care and attention as if it were our very own, building lasting relationships with our clients along the way. We specialize in high-performance vehicles, offering a range of services that include fabrication, construction, custom wiring, and much more. Visit us at flyinwrench.com. Rcwy-Parts is a veteran-owned racing and safety equipment company. While we're located inside Atlanta Motorsports Park in Dawsonville, Georgia, Rcwy-Parts can also be found at the tracks, supporting a number of Champ Car Series events. We take pride in being a reseller of the best of the industry to Champ Car teams and drivers. We know racing, love racing, and look forward to tomorrow to even more racing. Visit us at Rcwy-Parts.com. Lifeline's continuous commitment to research and development ensures that we supply the most innovative and cutting-edge products available. Used by the majority of the world's motorsport championship-winning drivers, teams, and constructors, Lifeline has a stringent and proven history of success. Lifeline's continuous commitment to research and development ensures that we supply the most innovative and cutting-edge products available. Lifeline's 0360 systems are the result of over 7 years of intensive research and development using 3M's Novik 1230 environmentally safe gas extinguishant. Lifeline uses only the finest quality components. For more information regarding our fire safety equipment and fire safety systems, please contact us at info@lifeline-fire.com.
Jamie's on edge. It's her first time changing her own oil, but she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helps her find a deal on what she needs to get the job done right.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Frozen rotors from Diversified Cryogenics deliver increased performance and a higher level of safety, while significantly reducing braking system costs.
So to tell you a little bit about the durability of this product. So we have seen an incredible extension of the life of our brake rotors using frozen rotors. We've gone from brake rotors every other weekend to 6 weekends on one set of brake rotors, and I think they can go farther. The durability has been amazing. And it's been a fantastic season, and man, a lot of that is due to the way our car can brake on those frozen rotors.
For more information, go to frozenrotors.com.
Sentinel is a comprehensive motorsports video solution incorporating live streaming, local recording, 3 cameras with picture-in-picture, flag status, and much, much more. Stop playing with multiple solutions. Sentinel handles it all, including timing and scoring, vehicle data, graphic overlays, adaptive bitrate encoding, network bonding, and more. Sentinel is the solution to sharing your motorsports experience with your friends, family, sponsors, and the world. What are you waiting for? Get your Sentinel today and never miss an on-track moment. www.sentinel.racing.
Ricky's truck is having trouble starting. So he went to AutoZone, where Joseph, a friendly AutoZoner, totally understands. He points out AutoZone's many free services, including battery testing and charging. Less delays, more free services.
In the zone, AutoZone.
All right, we're back to caution, folks. Back to caution and back to green here at Sebring International as they send us back racing here for the final 30 minutes, roughly, of road racing. So we timed it perfectly.
We did it. Final commercial of the season.
Yeah,
we did it.
We did it. We got through it, folks.
One of the first times all year we did it right.
We did this together.
We actually look like heroes.
And Flat Out Racing has, wow, had an amazing final race of the year with us. I'm not even sure they expected. I doubt that they expected to dominate like this today. But things really came together for them.
So this is an interesting one, Paulie. Fing Dong Racing, their gas pedal snapped off. They're done for the night. So they just wanted to let us know. They said, thanks for a great race. We'll see you guys in 2026. You guys did an awesome job. That's a tough break, guys, but glad everybody's okay. Oh, got another one on the hook here. Is that AOA again?
Could be.
Getting towed back to the garage, potentially.
Turn-in concepts. Another strong performance by that team. Always a front-running competitor. They've always got the potential. There's Team Infinity. Thanks, Fred. I really appreciate that from you. Thank you so much. I hope we get back out to Nelson's pretty soon, but thank you for that.
Greatly appreciate that very much. Thank you again to everybody that's tuned in this year. We just continually get just the compliments of the commentary. Again, like I said, Paulie has done an amazing job just stepping this up and making it what it is, and Les did an amazing job on pit road, and you know, it's awesome. It's been a lot of fun this year, so I appreciate them tolerating me for a season.
Yeah, thanks for everything you brought to the show, Kyle. Really helped us shine and look much better, and so appreciate all your hard work.
I appreciate that. Yeah,
that Mustang is so stinking loud.
Oh yeah, you can definitely hear it. That is American muscle screaming. Well, if you were sleeping trying to catch a little bit of rest, you're not now.
I mean, it sounds great, but man.
So I just want to pass along a little bit of a note. I got a conversation from the boys' dads, Dominic Donato, Lucas's dad, and Craig Vogley, Leighton's dad. Leighton is okay. They suspect something. Leighton called in. They suspect something broke on the race car. He is okay. Obviously, just a little pride shot, but you guys did an amazing job for the young age you guys are, teenagers, the tenacity, hard work. We tip our cap to you from up here in the broadcast booth. We're glad you're okay, Leighton. And we'll look forward to seeing you guys back in 2026. And nice job by the AAG guys and Auto Technic Group for putting a safe race car together for those boys. And did a really, really good job. So we'll look forward to seeing more out of them in 26. But keep your heads held high, boys.
Timothy.
Sleep is for. Oh, I'm sure David Tuwati loves to see that right about now. That's just the dagger, digs it in and just turns the knife. Oh, Timothy, you're all the way up there in Wisconsin and you're starting stuff, man. Oh, you troublemaker. Anyway, Flat Out Racing continues to lead this thing with just about 24 minutes and counting down. Still have 8-lap lead over Rockwell Autosport Development, who is your C-Class leader, by about a lap over Marathon TLM. Turning Concepts has made an excellent recovery back up to 4th position. And then the sister TLM car runs in the 5th position. So a nice job by those guys. 2 TLM David Tawadi entries round out your top 5. Running 3rd and 5th right now, and 1 on the podium and 1 just off the podium in the C-Class. Level 1 racing right now is about a lap up on Blue Steel. So we got a good fight there. Still got a little bit of time if something were to happen, but Level 1's been pretty consistent. But an amazing drive by the Blue Steel guys. Ken, Mihai, all those guys, they're just excellent job today. Team Infinity, with that hiccup by the 863, that's going to elevate Ed up into the 8th position and kind of gave him a little bit of a reprieve. So it looks like if things work out, Shark may end up in the top 10, and looks like they're going to walk away with the D-Class today. They still have a pretty healthy advantage here by about 10 laps over ST Ranger Racing. Fingdog Racing, unfortunately with that issue, this may drop them out of the top 10, but a great run by those guys. That should elevate Hot Curl Racing and Rotary Rocketeers up into 9th and 10th position. And then again, Flat Out Racing leads your B-Class, Rockwell Autosport leads your C-Class, Level 1 Racing leads your A-Class, and then Team Infinity with the Shark with Ed and the boys lead your D-Class. And then we'll scroll down a little bit. Edmondson Motorsports right now continues to lead and increase their lead in the 227 of your F-Class. And then we'll roll over and take a look here. EC being led by Fawn Group by a healthy margin of 6 laps over One Mo Time Racing. And then Triple R Motorsports rounds out your EC class podium, Paulie. 22 minutes and counting down. Pretty much at this point for Flat Out Racing, it's just continue to turn and burn and just count those laps down. I would say at this point, based on the time we have left in the lap, they pretty much have this locked up. Based on the amount of time we have left and the lap times and what it would take.
Yeah, it's academic, for them right now. So they're just going to come home and take that checkered flag in style. That's the thing to do.
Guys put on a good show today. They did a great job. They, if the same team they wanted at AMP in the Nissan, I think it's the same team, right? I believe, because they've got a Miata and then they have a Nissan, correct?
I'm sorry.
I believe it's the same team, right? Flat Out Nemesis or different team.
I believe it's the same.
Should be. Okay.
Flat Out. It's the same Miata.
Okay.
It's cut. It's a chopped. Yeah, it's got the low roll cage and everything. Yeah.
Okay. Well, they were our winners on the Sunday event at AMP, and if they can continue to hang on here, they're poised to take another victory here today and end their season. So we'll have to see here. Got about 20 minutes to go. I want to commend all the teams. Well, let's roll back in the order a little bit more. Panzer Performance, 83 spots on the day. I mean, these guys just continue to push. They just lost. They got about a lap. Bruno from Open Throttle, the debut for the Boxster. That puts Mike's guys up into 6th in the C-Class. With a little bit of time left, this might put them up into the top 5 for C-Class because Fingdog Racing is out. And in a few laps, they should dispense of those guys as well. We'll look a little bit farther back. The 74 car is in 15th. And then ST Ranger, your second place in D class, is 16th. Turning Concepts, the sister entry, 117 and 17th. Great job for the 363 today. AutoQuest continues to run in the top 20. Flying J and the sister Treasure Coast entry, the A-class car, round out your top 20. Rush Hour Racing was very strong early in the day, but they kind of fell victim to some issues. Late to Apex, good recovery for those guys. We talked to Dan and Justin earlier, Justin Rogers, continuing to grow that program. Not the day they wanted for the flagship car, but their 533 car has put on a good show today. As we see Mihai still at the wheel of 990 with Blue Steel. He just keeps hammering down.
Yep, that's just what we're going to keep doing here, just going one lap at a time, knocking them off. That's what we do in endurance racing. It's about turning laps, racing the clock. And whoever finishes with the most laps wins. If the two teams at the front happen to be on the same lap, and it's whoever's in front of the other one. So that's how we do it here in the Champ Car Endurance Series. Just trying to accumulate as many laps as they can before the checkered flag comes out. A timed race. Timothy, here we go. Power steering, paddle shifters, and ABS brakes are not required for a proper race car. Yes, that's true.
Just keeps taking those shots up there.
Just saying. Yeah, just saying.
Paulie, it's such a beautiful view. I mean, just, you know, we have the lights off here in the studio to really get a good picture of the finish. I mean, just the lights on the race cars as we see them circulate around the racetrack. This place is even beautiful at night.
Oh, yeah, I think it really stands tall at night. That's one of the nice things about coming out here and racing into the evening here is getting to see these shots of the Mobile One Bridge, the Sebring 12, and you just can't help but be brought back to yesteryear and the storied history that was born here and means so much to so many people.
If only we could be a fly on the wall and remember what those, and amazing. It'd be amazing to see what those early years were here, and you know, just looks like we got a stalled car here coming through Bishop. Or no, I'm sorry, that's through 15 and 16.
Turn 15.
Looks like one of the BMW. It looks like a BMW.
Yeah, it's car 299.
Or no, that's the Nissan team. That's Reed Nissan Racing.
Okay.
Oh, tough break for those guys to end the race. About not even 20 minutes to go.
And it's just like when the calculation isn't quite right and maybe you run out of gas or something, you know. Stranger Racing up ahead of TLM here. Yeah, looks like a car, yeah.
Gonna try to squeeze through. Oh, gonna play two here. Nicely executed. Working through Tower, headed down to Bishop on the power. Oh, you can see the flashing yellow here, the local yellow for the safety. Gonna have to back the speed down here. So when you see those, what they want is you have to back it down to usually right about there. It's about 70% race speed, and then once you get into that zone, it's about 50% race speed. And then the idea is to try to stay as far away from safety as possible. Thankfully, the car's kind of offline a bit. And then once you get past the incident zone, it should clear back out and your flagtronics should go back green. So again, I mean, the hats off to Sebring, my buddy Carlos Figueroa and all his team. You guys have done an awesome job with the hot pulls this weekend. We appreciate you guys going out there and doing that for us. There's the 517, one of Gorilla sticker cars. Yeah, it's just, we appreciate all you guys do. And we appreciate it, and just everybody from Sebring International Raceway. You know, again, congratulations to Wayne Estes on his roll into retirement and his senior advisor and senior parking attendant role as he heads into 2026. And, you know, congratulations and well wishes to Matt Muha on his new role as taking over successor of Wayne with CEO, track president. So we wish you the best in 2026. But again, thank you to everybody with Sebring. Everybody here is just so welcoming. The staff over at the was it Sebring 7 or 7 Sebring? Yep, Sebring 7 Hotel.
Seven's Hotel.
Yep, Seven's Hotel. Everybody's amazing over there. Thank you to the concession staff. Thank you to just everybody associated with the facility. We appreciate just how welcoming you are, and we look forward to 2 trips here in June and once again in September next year.
Yep. A shout out to the guy that checks people in at the gate, who checked me in, me and my wife in there.
And thank you guys for putting the race up around the facility. We heard they had it on at the hotel bar. It's still on over there. For anybody that's enjoying a nice adult beverage and some dinner here on a Sunday night. And we know it's been around at various places in the facility. We hope we put on a great race for you guys. And hopefully maybe we can get Matt in one of these cars. We see if we can get him in for a race or two.
I think he's game for it.
I think he
all
is.
about it. He said, I haven't been in a car since I was on a dirt track. I think he'd be all about it.
I think it would. It'd be really cool to get Matt behind the wheel of one of these cars. So I'm putting a challenge out to all you teams right now. You guys reach out to Matt Muha, and let's see who's be willing to get him in a seat. Even just get him a stint out there and let him come play with us, and see if he can give you Champ Car boys and girls a run for your money. And absolutely smash that subscribe and like button, just like Timothy always says.
Well, I think Mike over at Full Throttle could find a spot for him.
I think he could. I think Mikey Gorman could take good care of him. Charlie Crilly and Landon and Chris and all those guys, hook him up with a real good setup. He'd go out here and turn and burn some lap times. It's really, really cool, Paulie. I'm looking at this. The 916 car is in second in B class right now. If they can hang on, that little Porsche is going to finish second in class and end up on the podium.
That's great.
That's wild. Tough break, though, for JB Bugs. I was hoping to see those guys make the finish.
Yeah.
That'd have been cool. That car, that little Super Beetle is so cool.
They were, too. It's a heartbreaker.
My dad and my uncle, my grandfather, who lives here in the Villages in Florida, who I come down and see a lot and who I'm actually staying with off and on until we close on our house this coming week. He actually built, he loves to work on cars, used to when he could before his strokes, but he built my dad and my uncle 2 Volkswagen, I think they were Beetles or Bugs, that they drove when they were in college and in high school back in the day. And my dad drove it for a number of years until he got a Scirocco.
There you go.
For a while. Yeah, Timothy, I should have told you that. My dad had a Scirocco back in the day before he met my mom. That's actually what I was brought home from the hospital with when I was born. I found out was the Scirocco. It's kind of cool. So should have told you that a long time ago. I'm not sure if both the Section 8 Mustangs are out there. Let me kind of rolling down the order. They've been kind of in and out of the paddock all day long. Let me run through the EC here. They're EC cars. It appears I don't think the 626 has been out there in a while, and I believe the 605. I believe they are both parked for the day, max cost. So unfortunately, I think Section 8's day ended very early, which is unfortunate for that team. I know Alan Martin and his group worked very hard to bring in some stuff. What's up, Paulie?
I just got heard from Les, the Shark car. They just said that they have a broken rear suspension on that car, but they're just going to let it ride. So they're taking that car back out on the racetrack, and they're going to bring her home.
Because my dad had a Scirocco, Timothy takes back all of his comments about the power steering. So we win. We win.
Everything has been redacted. Everything's been rolled back.
There we go, David. I just saved you from all the crazy power steering comments. David Swati, you're welcome. Happy New Year's, John, to you and your family, you, Kelly, Dylan, the whole Wittenauer clan. We'll look forward to seeing you guys at Gingerman in April.
Gingerman.
Flat Out just continues to push. Another 2:33, 10 seconds faster last lap than Rockwell. They've added another lap back, so now they're back up to 9 laps ahead with 10.5 minutes to go here. This has just been, it has been a dominant performance by these guys. They just have not put a foot wrong all day. They have caught, every time they've just sensed it's going to be a long, extended yellow or code 35. They ducked in, they got their service done, and they got back out. I mean, it's wild. And you have days like that. I mean, we saw this from Eddie Vedder about almost 2 years ago at Road Atlanta. I mean, I think it was, 14 laps they beat the field by that day?
I don't remember any of that. I don't know. Sorry.
I remember watching it at home, and I'm just like, that car will not break. Speaking of that, we just saw the Porsche 914 go by, as well as your race leader with Flat Out Racing. These guys just continue to lay these times down. 2:33.37 last time by. Or I'm sorry, 2:33.37.8. Goodness. The next closest time was a 2:36 flat by the 172 car, the sister TLM entry. Man. It's going to be interesting here. So real quick before we get ready to call this finish, let us know what you're doing for New Year's. Let us know if you guys are working on a build back home. Let us know when we'll see you guys, or if you're listening on pit road, let us know where we'll see you for your first race of 2026. Let us know if you're going to be at Road Atlanta. We just look forward to seeing everybody. We hope everybody gets in a nice month off and is able to work on their builds, get some much needed and deserved rest, and then we'll fire this thing off again in Brazelton in early February, and we'll do it again. Hopefully we have the same weather we had when we were there this time around. Hopefully we'll get 2 years in a row. I say that now, watch, it'll probably be really, really cold, and then everybody will yell at me. See the
trying to follow the leaders here, and it's twice as hard at the dark. It's really difficult to keep track of. You've just seen a lot of headlights, but I'm trying to keep up with them. Down into turn 7 we go.
I think they just went into 7, Paulie.
All right. I'm not seeing him here yet, so we'll keep an eye out for him.
So for John, Gingerman, Mid-Ohio, Pocono, and VIR for the championship. That's awesome. Nice 4-race schedule. That'll be a lot of fun to see what that Mini can do up at Pocono. Yeah, there he is right there working through 10, 11, and then headed toward Tower.
You show him in 16?
I'm looking to see. It's kind of hard to see it. I had him for a second.
Do you have it? Can you pull up the
I can pull up Marching Ants and see what I can find here.
Just keep ahead of him there.
Yep, not a problem. All right, see if we can find these fellas. Yep, here we go. So it's coming down the back straightaway. So our leader right now, as you'll see on Marching Ants, is headed, just came out of turn 16, and it is fast approaching Sunset Bend down in turn 17. So we should see him come by us here in just a moment or two. Just headed into entry, Paulie, into 17, 17A and B. So should be coming under the Weather Track Bridge in just a moment.
All right. Closing minutes here. 5 minutes remain.
Let me refresh this. All right, so it was showing them going into 1. Okay, they're in Big Bend and turn 6. Headed towards 7 to the hairpin. There we are, right there.
Yep.
Second car back.
Yep, just make a pass there and take us over into 10. Should be getting down here to the last lap. There we go.
Yep, that's them right there working through, headed to 11 and 12, and then the tower.
This is usually where I lose them. Coming into tower here through 13.
I think that was just them that went by. I think it was the second car. Oh, not yet. I want to say it's the next group coming.
What do you see over there?
It's kind of stalled for a second. It was over in 12. Okay, now it's bounced. It's back at 15. This may be them coming right.
No,
they just went. No, they just went by into 16.
Okay.
I think that was them. So I'd say get 17 camera ready to roll.
Looked awful tall here, so we'll bring it over here, folks.
Paulie, I'll check out the booth here and see if I can catch them at the line. I see a little bit of movement in the flag stand, so I don't know, they may get the one to go this time. The leader's working through 17 right now. Should be coming onto the front straightaway.
All right, we're checking out the booth here.
Hopefully it didn't already go by. Might have missed them again. I might have missed them again. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit delayed on the thing here, so we'll keep working at it.
This is the hardest thing to do right here. To keep track of these guys at night.
All right, it's showing them over in the 3, 4, 5 section.
Oh, okay. He's already gone by.
Yeah, it's like I said, I'm a little bit delayed. So if you hit the camera in 7, you should see them come through there. They're coming. This is showing them coming through 6, but they may already be about down to 7. Nope, that's not them. There they are, right there. Last car in the line.
Yep.
I'm about a probably 5-second delay.
Coming through turn 10, flat out nemesis. They're working their way around the field here.
Yep, they just went by there on the screen. Coming through 10 and 11.
Flat out racing.
They should be coming through the straightaway here, headed down toward 15. So I'd grab your camera down toward that 15 shot because they get a little bit of a delay. Let's see here. Not yet.
Might be that really fast
I'm
car.
thinking it's that. Yeah, I think that's them right there.
I don't know. They all look too tall. It's all right. They've been given the one to go, so
yeah, they should get checker this time.
This is going to be the checker.
Paulie, I got them coming down the back straightaway, so anticipate about a 5-second delay. They should be coming. I'd say watch the start finish, and you can call them home.
Yeah. So after 14 hours of racing, Flat Out takes the win here at Sebring International Raceway. The New Year's 14-hour Enduro at Sebring has been won overall by Flat Out Racing. Level 1's going to take A class. Flat Out Racing will take B class. And C class is going to be run by Rockwell Autosport Development And Team Infinity limps home with a broken suspension to win D-Class. And Edmondson Motorsports wins F-Class. Congratulations, guys. And Fawn Group takes EC as the checkered flag flies high for the final time in 2025 for the TireRack.com Champ Car Endurance Series. An incredible race weekend this weekend here. We started this race 14 hours ago with over 100 cars on this 3-mile plus road circuit here at Sebring International Raceway. And Flat Out Racing dominated this thing from the beginning to the end. What an incredible performance they put on this weekend. And I think you just got to say, wow. They crushed it out there. And you think where they were at last year with broken suspension parts and everything and running in the rain out here, it was just terrible for them just last year. And this year, it's a completely different story for that racing team.
They've definitely righted the ship, and I would say out of the last 4 races, that's their second win. 2 out of the last 4 races, batting a 500 average right now. So great job by that team. That gives B-Class their 6th overall win of the season, Mazda's 9th win on the year. And then that ties them with Black Flag Sarcoma, Nozian Mazda, and Rockwell Autosport Development with 2 overall wins on the season. So great job, guys. Well deserved. And Mazda is going to take 2025 as the leading OEM with the most wins. So Mazda 9 wins on the season. C-Class is going to get the overall for 14 wins of all the races we've run. And then Team Salem, who's not here this weekend, but they're going to get most wins on the season with 6. So awesome job by those guys. That was really, really cool to see.
So our congratulations to everybody who joined us this weekend and made it to see the finish. Over 8,500 people tuned in today to watch ChampCar.Live and this amazing climax of a race here for the season for 2025. So just really a great job. Thank you so much for Kyle Lockrow and Les Epps for your efforts this year. Look forward to working with you again next year. And so for Kyle Lockrow and Les Epps, I'm Paul Veltum. We'll see you next time, folks. Take care.
Bye.